Hi first graders, it's Mrs. Briggs here for your reading lesson. Today we are going to be using this video and Epic for your text today. So this is actually going to be a 2-day video, so you'll use it for today and the next day, so 2 days. On day 1, our target is I can determine the main idea and key details of a text. So on Seesaw, you're going to write a complete sentence stating your main idea for the text, and then 3 details to go with that main idea. If it is day 2, you are asking and answering questions that go with the text. So reminders for question starters: who, what, where, when, why, and how. So on Seesaw, you're going to write 3 interesting facts from the text. Interesting facts, not opinions, so things that you can prove. And then write 1 or 2 questions that you have. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to get to the text called The Moon, Exploring Space on Epic. Alright, so go to your Epic library, and I'm going to show you it on the computer. So it might be a little bit different than your iPad, but pretty similar. So when I'm on this screen, I'm actually going to go down to Guest Student. I'm going to go to my mailbox up in the right corner, and I'm going to go to HM Unit 9. HM Unit 9. And it looks like it's the first one, the moon. So the moon is in yellow text, and then it has a picture of the moon on it. I know there are other books on here that say the moon, but it is this one with the pinkish color and the yellow. Right? The moon. So just a reminder, if it's day 1, you're thinking about the main idea and key details. If it is day 2, you're looking for 3 interesting facts and then a couple questions to ask and answer to go with the text. So on this first page, we have the title, and we have, what is this called? Yes, the table of contents. So it shows us what? Correct. It shows us what page we can find these different topics. So if we want to know what the moon is the moon really just a chunk of cheese? I don't know. Let's find out on page 4. What are the phases of the moon? Well, we can find out on page 8, and so on. So let's start from the beginning. The moon, exploring space. The moon is the largest and brightest object in the night sky. It is closer to Earth than the sun or any planet. The moon is about 239,000 miles away. It takes the moon 29.5 days to orbit Earth. The same side of the moon always faces Earth. Here's a picture of the moon orbiting Earth, going around it. The moonlight is light from the sun. Sunlight bounces off the moon and shines on Earth. So is the moon really shining bright? No, actually, the sunlight is bouncing off the moon, so it makes the moon look really bright. The part of the moon that shines changes as the moon orbits Earth. On Earth, it looks like the moon is a different shape each night. These shapes are called phases. When you are in 3rd grade, you will learn even more about the moon phases. But take a look at the moon tonight and see what shape it is or what phase it is in. First, a small curve of the moon appears. It waxes each night until it is a full moon. Then the moon wanes each night. It is called a new moon when it seems to disappear. So if you're out looking for the moon one night and you can't see it, it's still there, but you just can't see it because the light of the sun is not reflecting off it. That's called a new moon. So looking at this diagram here, it shows us the phases of the moon. So when you have the full moon, oh, a little bit's going away, a little bit's going away. We have half the moon there. Oh no, it's going away. Here, new moon, you can't see it at all. And then you start to see more and more again as it's waxing. There are light and dark areas on the moon. The dark areas are smooth plains called Maria. The light areas are highlands. Tall mountains rise from the highlands. Some rocks there are bigger than a house. Oh my goodness. And sometimes it might look like there's a face on the moon because of these different light and dark areas. The moon has thousands of bowl-shaped holes called craters. Most of the craters formed when meteorites crashed into the moon. Some craters are smaller than a basketball. The largest are more than 1,000 miles wide. Wow. Gray dust covers almost everything on the moon. In some places, the dust is 65 feet deep. Oh, wow. I would never want my house to be that dusty. 65 feet of dust? That's a lot. The moon does not have an atmosphere. There is no air or weather on the moon. The sky is black all the time. Oh, wow. The moon is a quiet place. Sound travels through air. Without air, there is no sound on the moon. The moon gets very hot and very cold. The temperature rises to 265 degrees Fahrenheit in sunlight. It drops to negative 310 degrees Fahrenheit when the sun sets. Wow, that's two very opposite temperatures. It can be very, very hot and then very, very cold. In 1969, people visited the moon for the first time. Astronauts collected moon rocks to study back on Earth. The astronauts left footprints on the moon. The footprints are still there today. How cool would that be? All right, and if you're not sure what some of those words mean, you can read the meanings or their definitions in the glossary. Awesome. All right, so just a reminder, if it is day 1, you're writing the main idea and key details on Seesaw. If it is day 2, you're giving me 3 interesting facts from the text. I thought that whole thing was really interesting. I love reading about the moon and different planets and the Earth and just everything out in space. But I want 3 interesting facts from that text. So you'll be able to prove that they are in that book. And then write 1 to 2 questions you have. All right. If you write your work on a piece of paper, don't forget to take a picture of it and post it on Seesaw. All right. Have fun.